Hey y'all, and welcome back. If you don't know who I am Cheyenne. I am a Disney content creator, and I'm very excited about this video today. It's something different. So today we're actually going to be ranking the Epcot rides from the worst to the best, in my opinion. So yeah, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, and we'll go ahead and get into the video. So coming at number 11 is
the one that makes everyone sick, Mission Space, everyone.
So this ride, I just hate it. It's not one I ever ride when I go over there. Like if I have a friend who hasn't been, maybe I'll ride it, but whenever I'm at Epcot, that's literally not what I think about doing. And it has two sides. I've never gone to the orange side because I would literally get nauseous and sick if I did. The other side's just like kind of boring because you literally just sit there and like press buttons, you know. It's just not it. And it's just not one I gravitate towards when going to that theme park. At number 10, we have
Living with the Land.
The only reason this is in a bottom spot is because this also isn't a ride I typically go for. If I have time, I'll ride it. But it would have a higher ranking if we were talking about the Christmas one, because the Christmas one, honestly, guys, is so much better than the regular one. They have like lights and everything all around. It's literally the coolest thing ever. Me and my sister discovered it last year, and oh my god, it is stunning. Definitely ride that one at Christmas time, but when it comes to like the regular season, it's definitely not one that I ride because, you know, I've already done it. I only need to do it like once or twice and then I'm good. Coming at number 9, might be a little controversial, but it is
the bane of my existence, Frozen Ever After.
This ride, in my opinion, was so much better when it was Maelstrom. It at least had some type of like thrill to it. It's just like, I never ride it because it's not worth the wait that you're going to be waiting, because this one is one of the rides where the wait time is posted, but you're going to end up waiting longer than what the wait time says because of the Genie Plus Fast Pass people. They have to let all of them through first, and they let like one family through per like bunch of Fast Pass people, which nothing like wrong with that, but I wish it would be like kind of like an even number, I guess. This one is forever, and the queue for this one is so long. Like it doesn't look long from the outside, but once you get inside, it's just like rows and rows and rows of people waiting to get on this ride. Not worth it for how short it is, especially for the wait time. Coming at number 8 is the
Seas with Nemo and Friends. Yay!
Guys, I do this one every time. I especially love riding with my brother because he sings a song really loud so everybody else can hear. But this one, in my opinion, it's cute, but it's kind of boring. I mean, if you're like a little kid, it's definitely enjoyable. But as an adult, it can be fun if you have somebody like my brother who's like literally blasting the theme song, like singing it so loud. That's the only time when it gets fun. But overall, you're just kind of sitting there, kind of like running through like the story and everything, and it's kind of short, but it's definitely a good cool off ride for sure. This isn't one that I would necessarily ride all the time, even though I do it almost every time I go into the park. But if I don't have time, this is definitely one I'm willing to skip. Coming at number 7 is
Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
Guys, this one with the virtual queue was great. I could ride it once. Very like forgettable in my opinion, because this is one I would literally skip because it's not worth waiting over an hour for this ride. And this ride tends to get like really long wait times, and most of the time we just kind of like skip it because we're like, it's honestly not that great. But every once in a while we'll do it, but it's definitely not one that we do all the time. Only typically do it when my dad comes, because my dad loves that ride because he can actually ride it. We typically tend to skip it. And the number 6 spot is
Y'all know, it's Test Track.
A lot of y'all are probably thinking that this one's probably going to be in one of the top spots because it is a bit of a thrilling ride, but the wait time that it gets, most of the time, we'll do like single rider, even though I want to ride it with my family. Still can customize a car, but it's not going to be as personable as it would if you stand in the standby line if you're doing single rider. It's pretty cool that you get to like design your own car. Like, it's definitely cool for kids, but as an adult, it's just like you can skip that one if we don't have time that day. I don't know, it's just like way too like jerky, you know? I don't know if y'all have been on it recently, but it's definitely way too jerky. It's not one of my favorites. It definitely used to be one of my favorites back when I was a lot younger and I would literally want to ride it all the time. But now I'm just kind of like, no. I'll ride it if I want to, but I could definitely pass. At number 5, we're at the halfway point, is
The beloved Epcot ball, Spaceship Earth. So fun.
this one I ride every single time I go to Epcot. This is always the last ride we do because if you ride it in the morning, it is going to be a lot busier than when you ride it at midday or the end of the day when you're leaving. This ride is one of the longest rides at Walt Disney World. It definitely is very historical. They actually reuse some of like the animatronics, the Carousel of Progress in there, which is actually super cool. So it's like reusing, so that way they don't have to build more. Ride is definitely a good cool off ride or a nap time ride if you were tired, just to kind of get that like pick me up. The only one I would suggest you doing if you're tired or very hot, and it's very enjoyable as well. Now we're hitting top 4. These ones are ones that I literally cannot live without riding. Like, if I don't ride them, I will be kind of sad. So coming in at number 4, we have,
We're heading over to the Imagination Institute to go hang out with Figment.
oh my gosh, Figment is one of my favorite Epcot characters. Besides Orange Bird, I love Orange Bird. Figment is just like such a classic. It's just one that I like have to ride every time because I love Figment. I love the storyline. It's like so cutesy, cartoony. Like, how could it get any better? One thing I wish that I could change about that ride is the smell portion. I wish that it would change like different smells every time so that way you wouldn't know what you would get, and that would make it a little bit more different and maybe a little bit more like cool, you know what I'm saying? Now in the top 3, so taking the spot at number 3 is the
Grand Fiesta Tour with these iconic guys.
with Ponchito, Donald Duck, and Jose Carioca. Guys, I can't even explain to you how much I love this ride. Every time I'm on it, I'm always singing the song, at least to myself, so that way other people can enjoy the ride as well. But oh my gosh, it's just so like cute, and like I have to ride it every time. Like, it's a cute little boat ride. Nice and cute. They're trying to find Donald. It's like, oh, I love that ride. That one is definitely one that I just can't miss. Taking the second spot is
Soaring Around the World, obviously with the guy who plays Kronk. Absolutely, yes.
I don't remember. I remember little bits and pieces of when it was Soaring Around California, and I really love the smell of the orange groves. Soaring Around the World can easily take number 2 on my list because this ride is just like so relaxing. You kind of get to like journey all around the world in the hang glider and smell different smells and just explore all these like unique tourist destination spots. And in the queue line there is like a little like trivia thing that you can play while you're passing time, but this one typically in the morning does have a shorter wait than it does in the afternoon, so I would recommend hopping on this one in the morning. Last but not least, y'all probably guessed it, my favorite ride at Epcot is
The brand new, absolutely iconic Cosmic Rewind with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guys, this roller coaster is phenomenal, and I wish I could stay at a deluxe resort because I'm broke, but I wish I could stay at a deluxe resort because then I'd be able to ride it 3 times if I wanted to, doing the fast pass at 7 a.m., a Genie Plus, and then deluxe resort guests get a virtual queue at 6 p.m. as well. I would ride this literally all day long if I could. And it comes with 6 different songs on the soundtrack. I've only been fortunate enough to get 2 of those. I've ridden this ride 3 times, and I've gotten Iran 2 times. And then the last time I was on it, we got Everybody Wants to Rule the World. But the other 4 songs are September, One Way or Another, Disco Inferno, and Conga. Which, guys, hopefully this time I get September or Conga or Disco Inferno. I don't know. I just want something different than Iran, although that song does go very well with the theming inside the ride. There will be no spoilers except for that it is a 360 kind of like roller coaster, and it does have screens, and a lot of people tend to get motion sickness. So if you are a little bit more prone to motion sickness, I would recommend asking if you can sit in the front, because it's a little less wild in the front than it is in the back, and a lot of people don't really get too motion sick when they're sitting in the front. We'll put in a warning, this ride does go backwards, Cosmic Rewind, but guys, this is literally the reason why I always want to go to Epcot now, because of Cosmic Rewind. Literally nothing else. I'm also going there next Saturday. I'm so ready to get a different song and to ride this ride because I love roller coasters and this ride is phenomenal. So anyways, that concludes today's video. I hope y'all liked it, and I hope if y'all haven't been to Epcot, you'll be able to try my favorite ride, Cosmic Rewind, along with a little bit of the others that I also told you about in this video. So with that, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!